So, hey, everybody, this is Marie Fertoni with Get Clients Everywhere, and I want to welcome you to this issue of Share Your Shine interviews. And these are special interviews that I'm doing here because I'm putting a spotlight on all of the amazing authors that I have in the new upcoming book called Inspiring Women, Purpose, Power, and Passion in Professionalism. And I'm very happy to have with me one of the amazing authors. A good colleague and friend that I've known for many years since I've been in Atlanta, Deborah Daniel. Hey, Deborah, welcome.
Hi, great to be here.
Deborah and I have been kind of barreling around the universe here in Atlanta for a number of years. And what I've really gotten to know about Deborah, who is a CPA, and she's also the owner of Charter Accounting and Tax. She's like the money gal. I mean, she knows all things money, how to invest it, how to make it, how to keep it, all of those kinds of things. And she's been at this work for a long time. And one of the things that I invited the authors to come and participate in this book was because they really had a long-lasting career. They really did what it's taken to really stay in for the long haul, to really keep working on themselves, working on their business, having a commitment and a stand in their business that they've been able to carry through the years. So I acknowledge you for that, Deborah.
Thank you. 3 decades. It's been a while.
3 decades is a lot. And I bet there were times that it wasn't easy, true?
I mean, well, is in everything. There's days that you get stuck with all the stuff you don't like, and none of the stuff you do like. But I mean, as long as it in net you enjoy it, then it doesn't feel so much like work.
Tell us what it is that you love about being a CPA and with your charter accounting and tax business.
Well, I will tell you, it's really more about the relationships than it is about what you really do. I mean, I literally have some people that I've been doing for 30 years. I mean, I've seen my kids are younger than that. So people have seen my entire children grow up. I mean, they ask about them. They remember when I was pregnant. I mean, and yes, we are, ultimately in a commerce kind of relationship where I'm helping them, do their taxes, run their business, do business coaching, all that kind of stuff. But to me, the part that I love about it is that longevity, is that, I'm doing people I'm doing the grandkids of people that I had 30 years ago. I'm doing the children or people that are more my age or bringing me their parent stuff. It's really about relationships. And I think I have treated my firm, my professional practice a little differently. And partially because being a woman and I started it so young, I was in my 20s, I always treated it as a business that happened to sell these type of services, not like a real stodgy, how you think of an accountant, you think of a, older gentleman, kind of stodgy, and I've really tried in my career to change the perception that it was a man's world to talk about money and talk about math in general.
I love that. And I would say to our listeners here and our viewers, stodgy is not a word that I would use for Deborah. She's just very available and, has always got some good things going on and is always fun. I mean, you can just hear her laughter. I mean, she's like a laughter. She's like a sister giggler with me, but very smart, who knows how to do a lot of things. In the book, you wrote a really compelling chapter. Please tell the viewers like the name of the chapter so they can be on the lookout for it.
Sure. It's the
And maybe just a little bit of a synopsis of it and why it would be important for them to read it.
Sure, sure. Well, I called it the transformative power of money because money really is, I say this all the time. Life isn't about money, but it touches everything that is important. It really does. And having a good relationship with money, where we get our money ideas, it's literally from when we were children. And I told the story a little bit about how my grandparents, who were born in 1920, lived through the Depression. My grandmother worked in a factory during World War II, like many of the women in World War II did. My grandfather was was on a destroyer in the Pacific. Their attitudes of money are very, very different than people's attitudes of money now. Just how you handle debt, how pay for things, and the value of money and working hard for it. It was ingrained in me as a child. But I always knew that I wanted, especially then, I was the first person to ever graduate from college in my family. And So of course I did the whole corporate thing. Well, not from, get the corporate job, get the benefits, retire with the gold watch kind of thing. But I found out very quickly in life that that wasn't my path to money, really. That I felt like, and I think especially for women, this is important, of course, 30 years ago was even worse, but there is a glass ceiling a little bit still in corporate. But we as
Absolutely.
women, especially if we're an entrepreneur, we set our own value, right? And so I talked a lot about having that worth, that our worth isn't only equated with what we can make in money, but it definitely is a measure of it, right? And we have to have the confidence, the really financial confidence to ask for what we're worth, I think. And that makes a huge difference for everyone, but women in particular, I think.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Certainly there is that. I think there's still the ceiling that people have in the traditional forms of employment. And then when we're on our own, it's something different. And the more I think we continue to work on ourselves and really better ourselves, then I think that again, the worth and the value of ourselves comes up, and therefore that follows a revenue path as well. So I think
Mhm.
it's really good. And I think, if our listeners listen to Deborah, that's like a touchstone of what she is all about and what she talks about. The chapter's well worth a read. All of the chapters are well worth a read. I'm so pleased with what people wrote. Even our editors, I mean, made comments about, how cool the people were and what their stories were about. So we certainly want to be able to do that. And part of our process is that we're going to be doing a giveaway that's going to be in addition, so that's going to be following up after our launch. And you have a gift that you've been willing to give away. Can you tell us what the gift is?
Sure, sure. I'm giving away like some of the just 10 things that everybody can do to save money on their taxes, because the reality is when we look at it, your housing and your taxes are probably your two biggest expenses. I mean, turning off the lights and eating ramen noodles and never going to the movies isn't going to save you a whole lot, but your taxes, I mean, I can't help you on your house. I mean, I could recommend you to a great mortgage person, but the taxes are so impactful in our lives. There are things that people can do to, I mean, so many people I think feel like, oh, I'm just stuck with it and I have to pay whatever they say. And that's really not true. And so I've just got some of my best tips on how anybody could save some money on taxes.
Yeah, that's really great. I think that's a very, very important thing because guess what? We all pay our taxes. We
Death
all
and
have to go
taxes,
through
that's what
that.
they say.
That's it. We all have to do it. So you might as well do it in a smart way. And I think a lot of times, I know when I was kind of growing up in the business, I wasn't always smart about what I did. And I tried to figure it out on my own because I think I'm so smart. Well, guess what? I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an accountant. Guess what? I messed up. So this is some good information for people to have. And that will be a great download to have as part of our giveaway. And we're just really happy that you've been part of this. You've been part of the community. Deborah's been a member of WPDN as well for a long time. And we've just done lots of things over the years together. And we've watched each other grow in our business. And that's why, I invited Deborah as one of the people to be one of the inspiring authors. People are inspiring to me. And I look at the long haul that people have had in their business and what they've done to really better themselves, better their business, and reach and touch a lot of people. And Deborah has certainly done that. If people wanted to reach out to you and have a conversation and get together with you and learn a little bit more about what you do in your world, because I know you do more than taxes and accounting, what's the best way for people to reach you, Deborah?
Well, of course, I have a calendar link, on my website, charteraccounting.com. So anybody could go there that has website access. I'm on all the social platforms, pretty much Deborah Daniel CPA. Um, those are really the best ways to reach me because it's got all my contact information and all those places. And you know, I've got lots of content out there. I have a YouTube channel that's just information. All it is just some great videos and stuff like that. So just reach out to me on any of those platforms and I'm always there.
If people wanted to find you on YouTube, they would go to youtube.com and then search for your name.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And it pops up some of the videos. Yes.
Okay, that's great. I think I might do that myself. It's really good. Deborah, thank you for your time here. Thanks for being part of our book project. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on it and to share that with other people because we're out here We really want to make a difference. None of us are doing our business because we want to just like stay in our house and have a great time. We want to get out there. We want to make a difference. We want to make a difference for people out there in the world. We want to make a difference on our planet. We want to do a good job and keep the high vibes up because the world needs high vibes up right now. So, Deborah, thank you for spending time with me today. I will see you
Thank
soon.
you. And thank you for including me in the book. I'm really pleased to be part of it.
Me too. So thanks everybody. Again, this is Marie Fertoni with getclientseverywhere.com and the founder of the Women's Professional Development Network. Come check us out. Our book, the Kindle version, is available on Amazon right now, and soon it'll be out in paperback as well. See you soon next time.